how are you?
Hi, Liz. I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. Aren't you loving the summer weather?
Oh, it's amazing. It's really amazing. A little dry, but it's very, very warm. I love it.
I know. So, hi everyone. This is Liz Nicholls from liznichols.com. And today I have the absolute pleasure of continuing on the series of interviews with the fabulous Marta Stanczyk. Her company is Woman to Women Empowerment. That's right, Marta?
Yes,
Yeah,
woman to woman
perfect.
empowerment. Yes.
Awesome. And so today I'm going to interview Marta about what would you like to talk about today?
Well, the last time we spoke, we were saying that we would continue on about challenges. So that's what I prepared for.
Okay, perfect. All right. So listen, I'm going to put it over to you to talk about that topic. That sounds awesome, by the way. And yeah, over to you.
Thank you. Okay, so we are living in the world where challenges are simply a fact of life. And I don't know about you, Liz, or anyone else who's listening to us talk. If you have heard of this notion that, everything in life should be easy peasy, flowy, and easygoing and effortless, because if you're doing it right, of course, because nature does things effortlessly. And you know what? I bought into that notion for a bit. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute, is this really true? Because as you really look to nature, you will notice that all is not effortless. So I love to tell the example of a bird inside an egg. I don't think it's all that effortless for it to peck its way out of the shell. I think it takes great effort. Another example I like to mention is a seed. And I literally once had this envision in my mind of a seed being in the soil, sitting, waiting for some rain, and then it gets a little wet, and then it has to wait again for more rain until it finally can sprout its root, and then it has to come through the soil, which is dry some of the time. Anyway, I just feel like there is actually quite a bit of effort all around in nature, and things are challenging in life. And there are 3 points that I would like to make. One was the one that challenges are a part of life. 2, challenges are our teachers. And number 3, and I feel this is a really important point to understand and get comfortable with, which is challenges come when we are ready for them.
Ooh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I already discussed the first point a little bit. And what I will add to it is this. When we are babies, we use the challenge of trying to walk. We stand up, we fall back down. We get up, we fall back down, which builds all of our muscles in our tiny little body. And if you really think about it, isn't that like a prelude to the rest of our lives?
Oh, Marta.
Hey?
Yes, yes. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I really thought of it some time ago, and I thought this is exactly what life is from the very get-go. And if you really think about it, it strengthens us. Our challenges are our teachers. They teach us about who we are, what we need to tweak a little, and they grow our muscle of confidence and competence, and you find out more about life, and you find out more about the environment. your inner environment as well as our external environment. So I feel that embracing challenges, though it may be difficult at first, is actually a really good thing.
Right, because it pushes you to go the next level.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and I mean, who couldn't do with more confidence, right? And when you are faced with a challenge and then you have to solve it, what's the result of that? First of all, you solved something, right? And then you can add that to the resume of who you are and what you can accomplish. And when you do that, that builds your self-confidence, self-esteem, and it really opens doors to a greater success in whatever area of your life. That's what I believe, at least.
That's really interesting. You're right. And you know what? And as we build the more confidence and go to the next level, we've overcome more challenges and then we become more successful. We stop beating ourselves up for not
Mm-hmm.
being more, successful or whatever else. And then it's just part of the stepping stone and part of your growth of success as you grow in your business and
That's
in
the journey.
life.
Yes, that's the journey, isn't it? Right? And then, of course, the third point, which I mentioned, that was, challenges come when we are ready for them. And I learned this best from my own life. And like I said, at the beginning, when you first meet the challenge, you find it on your journey or it finds you, you don't want it. You want to push it away. I know I've done that. And once you understand that whatever this challenging thing isn't going anywhere, you best befriend it. And when we shift from looking at our challenges and being their victim to becoming their student, that changes everything.
Yeah, I love that because it's a learning process. You're growing and you're stepping through, and
Mhm.
so many times on the other side of that fear or that challenge is huge growth, and it just
Yes.
continues on from there. And really,
Mhm.
once you get through it, you think, why was I resisting that change so much when just take it head on and work through it and take the lessons and the lumps and the bumps, so to speak, and keep going.
Yes, and then you think to yourself, okay, I think I'm done. I think those are all the challenges. I got it. I've learned everything. And then you kind of cruise for a bit, and then another one shows up because there's always room for a little tweaking and improvement, right?
Well, and you know what? It's funny because I'm in my 60s now, and I thought by my 50s I'd be through all that. And then every once in a while, something just comes up, and I go, oh, really? How many more years of this have I got? Right? But
Yes.
it actually, as I go through it, I feel more joy and I feel happier and I feel stronger and you just feel so much better when you've worked through the stuff you've tried to suppress.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes really, like you and I've talked about in the past, we are our own worst enemies. And,
Yes.
the advice that we feel we would like to give to somebody else, a lot of times we don't take ourselves. And
No,
it's great to be a coach and say, blah, blah. And then you think, I should listen to my own advice sometimes. So,
I
and
can't. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, no, and sometimes we teach what we need to learn. So,
I can't even tell you the amount of times that I heard myself say something to a client and literally what you just said, oh, that's really good advice. Maybe I should take it.
you think, oh, I'm so smart. And then it's like, wait a sec. That was great advice. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. I need to take that advice myself. So,
But do you know
oh,
why we are able to give such a great advice? Because we know the struggle. If
yeah.
you don't know the struggle, you don't have the inside scoop about the struggle. So the interesting thing to point out now that you brought that up is that we already know what to do.
Hmm.
We already know what to do. And oftentimes, interacting with someone else, whether it's a friend or a colleague or a client, they reflect back to us what we need to address for ourselves. Isn't that, how life is, right?
Well, yeah, and it's we're projecting, like everybody's
Mm-hmm.
projecting their stuff
Mm-hmm.
out there, and isn't that interesting? And I love that we can have these conversations because I grew up in the 50s, and you didn't talk about a lot of stuff, and now, with the way life has changed, it's like blah blah blah. Let's talk about it all. Let's get it out there and release the stress of holding yourself
Yes.
back. Like I posted the
Yes.
other day, stop holding yourself back or something like that about,
Mm-hmm.
and just we're here for a reason, we're here for a purpose, and
Let's
run,
embrace it. Let's figure out
embrace
what
it.
it is,
Yeah,
and just run with it. Because,
yeah,
speaking of challenges, life is a process of becoming. And the purpose, I think, or the goal should be not to ever experience anything challenging, because I don't think that's possible. The goal should be to approach the challenge from a different perspective. And rather than try to push it away, befriend it, embrace it, and see what it has to offer us. Because, like I said, they come when we are ready to tackle them.
right.
I
And then
know that
it's,
for sure. Yeah.
yeah, and absolutely. And then, it becomes the old adage, we're a problem solver. You're looking for a solution. And yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So that's my little advice, if you will, 3-point um, take on challenges.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. And just for everybody out there, we're continuing on a series for hopefully quite a while with different topics all the time. So Marta can be found on Facebook, and your website is woman-to-woman-empowerment.ca.
It's woman2woman.ca, and or you can also get there by entering martastanczyk.com, either way. And my Facebook page, my fan page, is Woman to Woman Empowerment with Marta Stanczyk. So that's where you can find me. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram.
Perfect. And I'll post all the information up on YouTube with the video, but also, we'll make sure everybody gets all your contact information. Well, Marta, thank you so much. That was an interesting topic. I love our talks, right? Because it's always brings stuff that really should be discussed and talked about. So thank you so much. And I will talk to you again next week for our ongoing series.
Thank you so much, Liz. See you then. Bye.
Okay, bye.